tunnel run. I'm Becky Evans, and this is the Stig's top secret lair. It's the perfect place to celebrate the old school sounds of combustion by letting the Stig loose in a rock star band of cars that go all the way to 11.
We're back at Catesby, the leaky old tunnel turned high-tech test centre, where we're letting Stig go wild in the world's loudest cars. For the full history lesson and to find out what makes Catesby so cool, head back to video 1 in this series. This time we've lined up a proper lightweight, a pocket rocket that might just break the sound barrier. And in the tunnel today is the British featherweight champion of the world, the Caterham 620R. One of our favourite racers for the road, and arguably the wildest car ever to wear the Caterham badge.
The 620R, launched in 2013, is still the quickest Caterham you can buy and the most powerful Caterham ever built.
This thing does 0 to 62 in just 2.7 seconds, in first gear.
That puts it in the same league as the Bugatti Chiron and the Hennessy Venom. But whereas they will cost you millions, you can have the Caterham for just £56,000. That's bargain basement speed, but that's what happens when you put a 310 horsepower supercharged Ford engine in a chassis that weighs 545 kilos. That gives you a power to weight ratio of 500 brake horsepower per tonne. That's the same as a McLaren 720S. Even on the Caterham's website, they describe the 620R as a ballistic monster and face-meltingly swift. But Caterhams weren't always so fast. Back in the beginning, they weren't even Caterhams at all.
The Caterham actually started life as the Lotus 7. Designed by Lotus founder Colin Chapman in 1957, the original 7 was simple, affordable and fast-ish. Like the 620R, it had a 4-cylinder Ford engine, although it made do with just 40 horsepower. It topped out at 70 miles per hour, but felt twice as quick and twice as much fun as anything else at the time. This was the 1950s after all. You could buy a complete car or a cheaper kit to build at home to dodge the sales tax. It was a smash hit and quickly developed into new versions with new engines and racier materials. Then in 1973, with Chapman concentrating on Formula One, he sold the rights to build the 7 to a Lotus dealer in the town of Caterham in Surrey. The Caterham 7 was born, and 50 years on, they've sold over 22,000 of them in over 100 different variants, powered by more than 35 different engines. Many of them headed straight for the nearest track. Caterham runs loads of racing championships in the UK and around the world, including the entry-level Caterham Academy. Since 1998, it's given over 1,000 novice racers a leg up onto the motorsport ladder.
And they don't come much racier than the 620. There are 2 versions, S for the street and this one, the R for racing. Don't be fooled by the number plates, this is the real deal. There are adjustable dampers all round, ventilated front discs, Avon racing tyres, a 4-point harness, push-button ignition, carbon fibre seats, a quick-release steering wheel, and a 6-speed sequential box for flat shifts, so you can keep the throttle pinned as you fire through the gears. The only windscreen is your face, so unless you want a mouthful of beads and grit, you're going to need a helmet. Then there's that 2-litre Duratec engine, supercharged for silly speeds. The exhaust pokes out right underneath the driver, and sometimes it spits fire. Who needs heated seats when you're sat on a flamethrower? Even this paint job is known as firecracker yellow. So this all sounds very dramatic on paper, but I wonder what it's like in real life. I think it's time to take it to the tunnel. So here's the plan. Stig's got 2 runs to make as much noise as possible. That's almost 3.5 miles of pure Caterham goodness. Let's see what she sounds like. 9.7 decibels. Now that's as loud as a pneumatic drill, but this sounds much better. Let's see how this run goes. Okay down there. I haven't seen any brake lights yet.
How good does that sound? I think it's time for an instant replay. And this time, we'll turn it up a notch. Who knew 4 little cylinders could make so much noise? I'm ready to hear that again. But before that, there's someone you need to meet.
Firstly, if you're not wearing any headphones, get some on now. Trust me, you really need them for this bit. This is Mike. Inside Mike's ears are 2 microphones that record sound just like our own ears in 3D. He's shaped like this to mimic the way sound travels into and around our heads. So when you play it back, you hear what Mike hears as if you were actually here, listening with your own ears. This isn't just surround sound, it's sonic sorcery. It works everywhere I go. This side, that side. Are you freaked out yet? Now imagine what it sounds like when we put Mike in the passenger seat. To bring that tunnel run magic straight into your ears. You know the feeling. Windows down, drop a few gears, floor it. Feel the noise. With Mike's help, we can recreate that for you right now. Let's head back to the Stig, and this time you can go on board. Remember, headphones on. Get ready to ride, and I'll see you next time. On the Top Gear tunnel run.